Precigen is trading at $3.32, as we can see here. And when we go onto Simply Wall Street, we can see that Randall Kirk holds 4.45% of the stock. Randall Kirk also manages and controls this entity, Third Security LLC. And when we go to the Third Security website, we can see Randall J. Kirk is the executive chairman. And so bearing this in mind, Randall Kirk is the majority shareholder of Precigen, and he has a net worth of $1.9 billion according to Forbes. And so Randall Kirk has built out this fortune through building out pharmaceutical companies from scratch when they have no treatments, to developing companies with a blockbuster treatment or a highly developed pipeline. And it's at this point that he will sell them on for billions of dollars to another pharmaceutical company. And this is exactly what he's doing with Precigen. With Precigen right now, he has built it out to the point where they have their first promising asset, PAPZIMEOS. PAPZIMEOS is the first and only FDA-approved therapy to treat RRP in adults, and PAPZIMEOS has been pushed through regulatory milestones and FDA approval. Precigen now benefit from first mover advantage in the sense that there are no other FDA-approved treatments for this condition, which means that Precigen can actually capitalize on this opportunity with this one product, this one solution for all of these patients that suffer with RRP. And so looking at Randall Kirk's past behavior, looking at his previous track record, and looking at where Precigen are at the moment, we're very much at a time just before or just around the time where Randall Kirk will typically make an exit from his company. Mr. Kirk founded and became chairman of the board of New River Pharmaceuticals prior to its acquisition by Shear, and we can see here that Shear buys New River Pharmaceuticals for $2.6 billion. Shear, the UK's third largest drug maker, has agreed to buy New River Pharmaceuticals of the USA for $2.6 billion. Shear has entered into the deal, allows the firm to capture the full economic value of its new attention deficit hyperactivity disorder drug, Vyvanse. The firms teamed up in January 2005 for Vyvanse before phase 2 data were available for the drug, and the US Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, approved Vyvanse in February 2007, which was essentially at the same time, in the same month of this acquisition. We can see right here Mr. Kirk served as a member of the board of directors of Skios prior to its acquisition by Johnson & Johnson, and Johnson & Johnson bought Skios for $2.4 billion. We can see here that Johnson & Johnson, J&J, acquired Skios in 2003 for $2.4 billion, specifically to gain control of Natracor, which was a newly approved promising treatment for congestive heart failure. And then Randall Kirk did it for a third time, this time with Clinical Data. Randall Kirk was a member of the board of directors of Clinical Data prior to its acquisition by Forest Laboratories, and was chairman of the board of directors. And Forest Laboratories acquired Clinical Data for $1.2 billion. We can see here that just weeks before Clinical Data won a surprising approval for a new antidepressant, Forest Laboratories has swept in to buy the Biotech for $1.2 billion. And all of this has contributed to Randall Kirk's net worth, which we can see here is around $1.9 billion. And so we can see here that Randall Kirk has previously sold his companies at the time of an FDA approval for a treatment, or in some cases just before the approval too. It allowed larger pharmaceutical companies like the ones that we can see here and I've mentioned in this video to step in, scale commercialization, and capture the full economic value of the asset. His historic exits have come after regulatory wins, and have come when he's launched a potential blockbuster treatment that had the opportunity to capture a large market share. And with Precigen right now, they currently have first mover advantage with their treatment PAPZIMEOS. Their major competitor is Inovio, whom FDA assigned INO 3107 a PDUFA review goal date of October the 30th, 2026. And so this gives Precigen 7 months to aggressively capture as much of the RRP market as possible before Inovio even have the chance to find out whether their treatment will be approved by the FDA. On top of that, that doesn't factor in the time it will take Inovio to develop the infrastructure, the commercial partnerships in order to bring their treatment to market if it does actually get approved. And so Inovio's treatment, INO 3107, there's still a lot for them to do. There's still a lot of time before they even may have a chance of taking their product to market. And in this time, doctors will already be prescribing Precigen's PAPZIMEOS to patients